Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today my group and I are going to do a discussion about factors leading to people getting obesity.
Have you guys heard the news about 90.7% people who have obesity in our country? That is very concerning, I might say.
Yeah, I heard about it a lot lately. Do you guys know that there are so many factors leading to people getting obesity?
In my opinion, a factor that I think is leading people getting obesity is from gen and environmental story. Obesity is complex activities that are influenced by the interplay of genetic, epigenetic, metagenetic, and the environment, with the increasing access to high diagnosis tools for genetic investigation. Numerous genes influenced by the phenotype have been identified, especially in the early onset of obesity. These reviews summarize the current knowledge on the known genetic causes of obesity and the available therapeutic options. Furthermore, we discuss the role and potential mention of the genetic genes that may be involved as mediator of the environment influence and that may provide further empathy and intervention.
Wow, there is some useful information you got there. But as you were saying, how genetic are one of the factors that lead to it, can you explain more about it?
Sure, genetic can directly cause obesity and specific disorders such as Prader-Willi and Prader-Willi syndrome. However, genes do not always predicate further health. Genes behavior may both the need for a person to be overweight. In some cases, multiple genes may increase one susceptibility for obesity and recommend outside factors such as abundant food supplies and little physical activity.
What about disease and drugs and cure? Does that have anything to do with what causes obesity?
Actually, it does have connection to what leading to obesity. Some illness may be lead to obesity or weight gain. This may include Cushing disease and polycystic ovary syndrome. Drugs such as steroids and some antidepressants may also cause weight gain.
What you just pointed there makes so much sense. But in my opinion, I personally think that emotional disorder is what causes obesity in the first place. Emotional disorder that I mentioned just now consists of anxiety, depression and bipolar disorder.
What do you mean by that? Can you explain it in detail?
Sure, anxiety is a type of mental health disorder that involves significant worry. People who are obese are more likely to experience anxiety disorder, including generalized anxiety, panic disorder and social anxiety disorder. Next, depression is a type of mood disorder that involves sadness, loss of interest in activities or hobbies, and negative feelings about oneself. Increased appetite and weight gain are also common symptoms of depression, which can put depressed people at risk of developing obesity. Feeling depressed or anxious can also lead to low energy and low motivation to engage in physical activity, which also can lead to weight gain.
You also mentioned about bipolar disorder. I don't really have knowledge about that. Can you explain?
Oh, I forgot to talk about that. Bipolar disorder is another type of mood disorder that involves manic and depressive episodes. During a manic episode, a person experiences either an elevated or irritable mood for at least 1 week. The specific causes for the link between bipolar and obesity are unknown. Like other mental health conditions, people with bipolar may turn to food as a way to cope with distress. Another possible explanation is the fact that medications are used to treat bipolar, including certain mood stabilizers, can cause side effects like increased appetite and weight gain. People taking these medications over time are therefore at greater risk for obesity.
I got to know these things in more details thanks to you.
I have my opinion on this topic. I think that an unhealthy lifestyle is what leading most to obesity. Firstly, people who are not getting enough sleep are more likely to be obese. Study how sleep deprivation boosts your appetite by releasing hunger stimulation hormone. As a result, you're more likely to eat more calories than you need. Secondly, drinking sugary beverages, sipping fruit or sugary soda has been strongly linked to obesity. Liquid calories don't fill you up as much as food, so you end up eating more to satisfy your hunger.
I see your point being made there, but doesn't food that are more likely to have more calories other than drinks?
Yes, as an example, people eating processed food tend to gain more weight with time. Research show processed food like cracker and frozen dinner are often less satisfying than whole food like fruit and vegetable. Lastly, this is the most common among people nowadays is to not exercising enough. Even among people who are genetically predisposed to obesity, physical activity can help maintain a healthy weight.
That's a valid point, but I like to view this topic in a simple way. I think what causes obesity is simply overeating. Obesity is generally caused by eating too much and moving too little. If you continue high amount of energy, particularly fat and sugars, but do not burn off the energy through exercise and physical activity, much of the surplus energy will be stored by the body as fat. Overeating may be especially problematic for developing excess body fat or obesity because you may be consuming far more calories than you need. Over time, your body may associate this pleasure sensation with certain foods, which tend to be high in fat and calories. This process may eventually override hunger regulation, encouraging you to eat for pleasure rather than hunger. This also can increase the chance of getting disease such as heart disease and other health problems such as diabetes and stroke.
In conclusion, I think all these factors are what leading people to getting obesity.
I agree with you on that. We must be in control to avoid being obese. That's all for our presentation today.
Thank you.